maybe this isn't such a good idea. Okay, there was someone in the car next to me. There she goes. Or like, look at me funny. I might go back and get that. Should I go back and get that? Hey y'all, it's Regis from the MorrisMansionVlog.com. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's been a minute since we've done a thrift vlog and like a haul, and I want to make it fun by styling the things that I find. So come with me to thrift some, I don't know, to thrift whatever we find. I mostly look for kind of cottagey, vintage, antique things, and that's really popular right now. So if you like that too, then let's see what we can find. So cute.
Yeah. Because that's only 2 plates.
And it looks like a really good charging place.
Pretty. Interesting. So I didn't find much in that store. I did find one thing that I'm excited to show y'all, but I'm at the next stop now, so let's go see what we can find.
Whoa. Oh, wait a minute.
So I've been wearing my Akatar shirts a lot recently. I just got a new one that looks like this. It is, it says Cereal Tea Co. and it's in like a teal color. And today I have on my Bat Boys shirt, and both times I've worn these, I've gotten a lot of compliments, and people stop me or like look at me funny, and then as I'm leaving or passing them, they'll say, I like your shirt. And so it's always fun to meet other book people, like-minded people out. So I love wearing these shirts. Okay, so I'm back home. It's the next day, and I've got on a new book t-shirt, and I'm 3 for 3. This morning I got a compliment at drop-off for dropping my kids off at school. So 3 shirts, 3 days, and I've gotten a compliment every time I've worn them. So that is so fun. So I went to 2 thrift stores yesterday, and I found some really great pieces. So let me, and I thought I'd also tell you as I went along kind of where I always like to shop in the thrift store, like sections that I go to every time I go to the thrift store, and multiple times, because they're always putting out new things. So let's start with probably the one that's the most obvious, but baskets. I always look in the basket section. They're kind of sprinkled around in the thrift stores that I go to. Some, like at Goodwill, it's more kind of on one shelf, but at this thrift store that I go to, and I found this one at, it's called America's Thrift Stores, and the bigger ones are kind of sprinkled throughout different sections. So you just kind of have to keep your eye out. Like this one is technically a planter because it's already got the plastic in it. But I'm going to use it as a trash can because I'm going to show you some real life here. I have a much smaller version in my office now. So I've got an upgrade now, and it's overflowing. So maybe this isn't such a good idea because I probably need to empty my trash more often. That's what I'm going to use this basket for. I love the warm brown tones of it, and it goes, it looks pretty much just like the other one, and then I'll use that one somewhere else. So I always look at the baskets. So I forgot to add that basket was $3.99. I also like to tell you guys the prices. Just it's interesting to see in different regions of the country or even different countries what things go for and for what price. So the next section I always go to is kind of like the homewares, home decor section. This is where you're going to find like your candlestick holders, your random little knickknacks, etc. So yesterday I found this metal candle holder, and it's very similar to ones that I have all over my house. I have like a blue one in my bathroom. I have a I think it's just a galvanized steel one in my dining room, and then I have some black ones in my entryway. And so it's very colonial, and I really like this just very basic thing. You can put it anywhere and it'll dress up. You know, you can even put it on like a tiny little wall, and it just adds a little something extra. So I got this for $2, and I'll just put a candlestick in that. Another section I always look at is the artwork. You can find some really big frames and really big pieces for really good prices. Actually, if you can see this piece right here, let me show you. This one right here was a thrifted piece. It was thrifted just like this. It's a huge piece, and I think I got it for $12. So don't sleep on the artwork at the thrift store. At the first thrift store, I told y'all I only found one thing, and I found this watercolor of the sea. It's like a seascape with some mountains. Maybe even, I don't know if those are dunes or what, but I just thought the colors were so pretty, and it was $6.50. This is at that animal volunteer thrift store. So I don't mind paying more when I go there because all of the donations, all of the money is donation to the pet adoption agency. But it was, I liked how it was in with a bunch of others. And this is the one I liked the best. And it had, you know, like test swatches on the back, and it's on, you know, watercolor paper. So it's very stiff. And I thought this would be so pretty hung with some of my other art pieces. I am really getting into like coastal, seaside, you know, vintage decor. I really am enjoying that. And to go with the artwork, the next section that I always look at are picture frames. And I found this picture frame, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. In my daughter's room, I have this wall of silhouettes of her that I've made. I'm going to make one for each year of her life until she lets me, until she makes me quit. But she recently told me, Mommy, I don't like the ones you've done. So we've kind of worked together to pick out ones that she likes. And I'm slowly doing them all. She's only 5. So I have them from when she was 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I told her I needed a new frame to do one for her 5th year because she's 5 now, but she'll be 6 later this year. So that is exactly what I'm going to do with that. And I'll probably make another video on how I make the silhouettes, but I'll show you where I'm going to hang this in her room. They are so precious. Yeah, I forgot to give you all the price. That was $1, so I thought that was a really good deal. And another section I always look at is the dishes and, you know, like plates and stuff like that. I didn't buy them, but at this thrift store, I collect Falstaff pieces. I collect 2 different sets. There's this Heritage collection, and it's a white kind of ironstone looking collection, and it kind of is distinctive because it has these kind of hexagon or octagon sided pieces. The bowls, the plates, the cups, everything has that design, but then it's in this white like bone china. It's gorgeous and it looks great in my hutch. And so I found a couple of more plates there. I have so many that I don't have any more room in my hutch. Maybe one day when I get a bigger hutch, I could pick up all of those pieces, but all of the ones that I have are thrifted. And then I also thrift this other collection. I don't remember what the collection is called. I need to like put it under Google Lens and see if I can find it, but it's this more creamy, maybe like gray colored stoneware, and then there's blue little flowers on it, and I love the blue, so I collect the blue ones too. So I found pieces of the white heritage collection this time, but I walked out with some stainless steel bowls because we really need mixing bowls. So I found 3 of these, and they were kind of pricey. They were $4 and $5 each. So this one was $4, and then these were $5, the 2 of them. Kind of along the dishware section is glassware. You can find some really nice hosting pieces, wine glasses, martini glasses. I saw some really pretty glasses at the thrift store yesterday where I was looking, and they had some good pieces for very inexpensive. You also can find some really pretty vases. I did find this this glass vase that I turned into and kind of antiqued aged vessel, like Studio McGee dupe, and I did that in a video. I'll leave that here and in the description box. Possibly my favorite section ever to check is the book section. And in this particular thrift store, they have a section for old books. And I didn't see anything there today, but I found some really great things in the past. And then there is another section you can find coffee table books in. I normally do not find very good books. I don't normally have good luck, but I did have a bit of good luck today or yesterday. And I found this needlepoint collection, impressionist collection book. Now I'm not into needlepoint, but it had some gorgeous, look at this, pictures in here. And sometimes you can find some pieces that you can use for artwork as well. I do that with kids' books too. And you just find some really pretty pieces. But then the best part was if you take off the book jacket, it's a gorgeous green book. So I'm sorry to people who like book jackets. I don't like them. I'm going to take this off and use it as a styling piece to stack with other coffee table books on, you know, my entryway table or wherever. And so I was really excited to find this. I think hardback books are like $2 at this thrift store. So really good deal for a. And then don't sleep on the kids book section. My son is not a very avid reader yet, but I'm determined. And so I'm always trying to find him series that I think he will enjoy. He's going to have to read throughout school and, you know, to get, you know, points for reading tests and just to improve him as a reader. So I found him, there were more, but this is the first 5. I found him a bunch of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books. I think he will find this series very funny. And even if it's not on his level yet, I think he'll enjoy the kind of more spaced out journal style of it. It's kind of it's because it's kind of like a comic versus like a traditional chapter book. But I found each of these for $2. Like, come on. What do they retail for normally? $13. $13.95. No, that's Canadian. $13.95 in the US for each of these books. And I got 10 of them. I got 11 of them for $2 each. So I spent $22 on books when I would have spent more than that on just 2. That is a steal. Don't sleep on the kids' books. Another section that I visit all the time is mirrors. And this entire wall behind me is thrifted mirrors. And it is such a great place to find vintage and antique mirrors. I love them so much. I put them all in a gallery wall. And I have a blog post below on how I thrifted these and then styled them. So I'll put that down below for you guys to check out. Another section I like to go to are the linens. You have your blankets, your curtains, your bed sheets, pillowcases. I found a really great pillowcase for my daughter. That was this like lacy sham, very, very like Anne of Green Gables, vintage lace, like just delicate, girly, so sweet. I have found curtains. I have found blankets. I found so many things. I found fabric to make things. Yeah, tons of things. But on this trip, I found this sage green. I'm not even sure if you can tell the color. But I'm kind of wearing like a blue. So this is kind of a lighter and a little more greeny version. But this is a sage green sheet. So I'm very excited to put that on my daughter's bed to style with her like pink sheets. And then my son loves Pokemon, so I found him another sheet. This sheet was $5.50. And I forget how much, oh, this sheet was also $5.50. And then I found another striped sheet, and I love this. It's so pretty, and it's a versatile one, so I could put this on either bed. So I'll just add this to our sheet collection for like, you know, accidents, or just, it's good to have a bunch of sheets. And then I know it's about to be summer, but my son loves a good blanket, and he loves red, and I thought that he would like this big comforter. And don't forget to check out your furniture in the thrift store. I have found some great pieces in the thrift store. I found this desk that I use every day, the chair I'm sitting in. Don't worry, I will show you what they look like. I almost bought this one little piece that I found. It was in really good condition, but then I opened up the door and some of the shelves had veneer on them, and that was coming off. And veneer is not hard to work with or to replace, but I couldn't see a way to get the shelves out of there without like completely deconstructing the piece, and I didn't want to do that. So I left it there. But always check your sections. Keep going back to the sections as you go throughout the store. You never know what you missed or what they've put out since. Another section I love to look in is the lamps and lighting section. I found a lot of lighting from the thrift store. I actually have the lamp in my kitchen. In my most recent short is from the thrift store where this came from, the pet one, and I actually almost bought this little lamp that I saw in there. I might go back and get that actually, because I kind of haven't stopped thinking about it, and I loved the like iron base with the legs where it kind of looks like a candlestick. And you can never have enough lamps. It's just part of the whole cozy aesthetic that I love. But a couple of other things that I look out for in the different sections, like homeware and stuff, are things that are metal, because they're going to be good quality. Same thing with things that are made out of wood. And then I always look for brass. I have all of my brass candlesticks have come from the thrift store. All of my pewter candlesticks have come from the thrift store. I'm really into pewter right now. Oh my gosh, if I ever can find an old silver champagne bucket, I will thrift that so fast. I don't care if it's $30, I will get it, because I want one of those so bad for like putting in arrangements in, or, you know, just putting whatever in. I think it'll be so pretty. I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul and video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I would love for you to subscribe. I'm really trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. This is so fun making videos, and it just goes so seamlessly with my blog, and I love creating content and being just helpful resource for you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. So thank you so much for stopping by the mansion, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.